Hello and welcome to One Trinity Place and San Antonio, Texas, as we're here for Game 4 of this 4-game series between the Cortland Red Dragons and the Trinity Tigers. We're all set to get going. Reed, the Tigers with an emphatic win yesterday, an opportunity to earn a split in this series.
Yeah, they desperately want it, Cole. Getting a split against a ranked team is very big, especially a team as good as Cortland. And right now, I think there's a couple questions. One question is how far can they have their starting pitcher go, and how well can this lineup adjust to the pitching matchup they'll face today?
See the Cortland Red Dragons lineup on your screen. A bit different from what we've seen in the last 3 games. Lucas Granger leading things off, followed by the DH Mark Stockhausen. Luke Schartner hitting 3rd, Adam Michkowski in right field hitting 4th, Dylan Tierney at 3rd, followed by Zachary Cringdon doing the catching, Mitchell Kelly at 1st, Danny Jackson at 2nd, and Nick Marola in the 9-hole where he has been for the last 3 games. And on the mound for the Tigers, he's gone to the dugout for whatever reason, but he should be expected back on the mound pretty soon. It's the lefty, Jace Clay.
Jace Clay has been electric to start the year, Cole. You know, much thanks to the man that you see on your screen, Dave Smith. He's worked magic again. He came in, he shoved, and he's just had great performance after great performance. This is toughest task yet, I'd say.
Who knows, maybe Dave Smith getting loose like he did in the late 90s throwing for the Trinity Tigers, but it should be Jace Clay. Very unusual. I've never seen a pitcher go to the dugout after he warmed up, but Jace Clay should be out in a second. There seems to be some kind of a delay. The umpire's walking around. Everybody else seems to be ready to go, so we'll see what the deal is.
Maybe some sunscreen getting applied.
Maybe.
Talking to someone over there.
Hot day here in San Antonio. The wind significantly slowed down, only at 8 miles per hour, gusts of 16, much less than the 21 mile per hour winds we had yesterday with gusts into the 40s.
It's a very, very nicer day because of that. Just windy enough to where it's not miserably hot on the roof, but not windy enough to where it's miserable.
And Jace Clay will come back out to the mound. Quickly we'll run through the Tigers' defensive lineup. You see their lineup on your screen. Colin Singhania leading things off in right field, followed by Maddox McDonald, Nicholas Lazara, Jack Henning, Michael Lustina hitting 5th, Cal Coney and DH, Kai Tinker, Pierce Matthews, John Ramsey. Clay continuing his warm-ups as he took a brief break for whatever reason. The battery will be Clay and Nick Lazara, Henning at 1st, Lustina at 2nd, John Ramsey at short, Kai Tinker at 3rd, Pierce Matthews out in left, Maddox McDonald taking over in center field, and Colin Singhania in right. Interesting lineups for both sides, seemingly adjusting to the lefty pitchers that we'll be seeing today. Yesterday it was 2 righties, and we saw what would arguably be the everyday quote-unquote lineup for both squads, but lots of changes coming in these 2 lineups. Looks like we're about ready to go. Jace Clay has finished his warm-ups. Trinity in maroon today, wearing the hats with the blue brims, and Cortland going back to their red jerseys with the white pinstripes, which have been very successful for them in this series. 2-0 when they wear those. Lucas Granger will step into the batter's box, over a 300 hitter on the year. First pitch from San Antonio, and we are underway with ball 1 from Jace Clay. The 1-0. Swung on and grounded foul down the third base line. Brings the count to 1-1. Clay working quickly. Big swing and a miss from Granger. Count now 1-2.
And a dangerous pitch arsenal is what Jace Clay has, Cole.
1-2, misses. There's the slider, and if you're anybody on the Cortland Dragons, that is the pitch that you will likely have to be concerned with. Clay continues to work quickly. 1-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3 on Granger and a fast start for Jace Clay.
Yeah, fast start, good start. Just great pitch. Breaks just a little bit. Causes the bat to miss.
So Mark Stockhausen, 158 hitter on the air, getting a premier opportunity in the 2-hole, takes strike 1. Cortland, a lot of righties today against the lefty Clay. Pitch misses inside, 1-1.
And it's an interesting position for Stockhausen to be in, being the 2-hole bat.
This is driven in the air to deep left field, back at the wall, and it's gone. So Mark Stockhausen, who gets a promotion in the lineup, sends one over the cutout in left field. It's 1-0 Cortland.
I feel like every home run in this series, Cole, has been a no-doubter. That one very much so. Off the bat, it was way, way gone. Way over the tall wall, over in left field. It's a great way for Cortland to start out their day, but Clay needs to adjust.
No wind to help that one out. That was just pure old barrel to the bat, bunt dropped down. Tinker makes the barehanded throw in time. And they get Shartner. Trying to bunt with nobody on to reach, creative, but it doesn't work out for Cortland, 2 down. Adam Michkowski now up. 241 hitter, swings and misses at the first pitch from Clay. Strike called, 0-2. The team to put the first run on the board has won each game of the series. Cortland trying to continue that trend. 0-2 pitch. Grounded into the dirt, and it skips foul off the bat of Michkowski. So an interesting start for Jace Clay, who has recorded 2 quick outs, but also given the home run in between. This is hit deep into right field. Singhania will camp under it and make the catch. So a quick first inning overall, but Cortland strikes first off the bat of Stockhausen. The home run gives the Red Dragons the 1-0 lead. Bottom of the first coming your way next. Welcome back to the bottom of the first in San Antonio. Cortland opting to go with a left-handed pitcher for the 3rd time in 4 games. It's Tyler Blake from Cortland, the Cortland native, the first year. ERA over 20. He'll have an opportunity to lower that in this appearance against the Trinity Tigers, who have struggled against Cortland's left-handed pitching so far. A mostly righty lineup to try and combat that. Leading off will be Callan Singhania, who's done well when he's had the opportunity in this series. 2 hits in his last appearance. First pitch from Blake finds his own, strike 1.
And this is a lineup, Cole, that has struggled with lefty pitchers of all types. See if they can get 2-1 here.
This is blooped into shallow center, and it falls right on the Trinity logo. Singhania thinking about two, but will wisely make his way back to first. Another leadoff single for Callan Singhania.
Yeah, like you said, Cole, another one. I'm trying to think if Singhania started a game not on base. It seems like he gets on base every single time. That one just a little blooper right onto the Tiger head.
Maddox McDonald now up to bat, a .358 hitter on the year with 20 RBI, added on a few more in yesterday's game. Takes a strike, 0-1. Reed, I believe Singhania has started 4 games for the Tigers, and he's reached base in 3 of them to lead off the game as the leadoff hitter, particularly these 3 against Cortland. Pitch inside, 1-1. McDonald had a pretty special play yesterday, not with the bat, but in right field when he took away a home run. What we can assume is the first home run robbery here at this ballpark in quite some time. Pitch high, 2-1 to McDonald. I talked to him about it, and I asked him, why didn't you big league him? Because that's what Josh Mishigemba, our executive producer, suggested on comms to us. Act like the ball went over the fence and pull it back. Fouled off onto the roof of the Bell Center. Count now 2-2 as the wind picks up a little bit. He said he thought about it, but he wasn't sure if it was actually going to go out or not. It was right at the top of the wall, so he just decided to play it normally. It's a natural reaction. He caught it. Still a very impressive play. The 2-2 pitch ahead of it, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, he's in a big position here. He hit well at the plate when there were runners in scoring position. He had that ground rule double that went off the sign.
Singhania was off and running with that pitch. Another 2-2 after the last one was fouled off. Thought about going again. This is a ground ball. Will it get through? Sliding play at second, not in time, but Singhania overran the base and he'll be tagged out. So it'll go down as a base hit for Maddox McDonald, but the heads up play, it looked like actually in right field. Excuse me, that was the second baseman sliding over, but they get the out. Bring up Nick Lazera, hitting .364. So a base running mistake by the sophomore Callan Singhania. McDonald waits at first. Lazera drives this one to deep left field. Back at the wall. Mamma mia, it's gone! So Nick Lazera, for the second time in 2 games, hits a home run on his first at-bat of the game, and Trinity takes the lead 2-1.
Hey, it's another home run for Nick Lazera. Oh my goodness, Cole. Again, just gone. Off the bat, everyone knew it's gone.
So 2 home runs hit almost to the exact same spot in left field. This one a majestic shot towards that cutout. And just as early as Cortland took the lead, they lose it, down by 1 now. Jack Henning now up to the plate. The first year playing first base today, .286 hitter on the year. Takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. So all of the first 3 Tigers have reached Cortland, able to record an out on the base paths. Swing and a miss as Henning fends at that pitch. Henning down in the count, 0-2. Thought about swinging, but checks it. Brings it to 1-2.
Yeah, very good thing that he didn't swing, Cole. That was pretty off the plate. And especially after the base running mistake, trying not to get on the coaching staff's nerves.
The 1-2 pitch to Henning. Pitch catches the inside part of the zone, strike 3, and Henning goes down looking. Now 2 down in the inning with nobody on.
It's a tough place to see. You know, all credit to Cringdon for also framing that pitch properly. Now Henning, tough way to go out, but I'm sure he'll adjust.
Michael Lustina now up to the plate, 2 hits in yesterday's game. Takes a pitch outside, ball 1. The home run off the bat of Nicholas Lazera, making this a 2-1 game. All credit to Danny Jackson at second base. It would have been a 3-run homer if he didn't make that play. Lustina takes a pitch inside, 2-0.
It's that good heads-up defense by the Red Dragons that's been making them so strong in this series.
Pitch skips in the dirt. Count now 3-0. Lustina trying to work a 2-out walk and extend the inning. As Nick Lazera might live in the nightmares of Coach Joe Brown after this one. He has been quite the threat. Another home run giving the Tigers the lead. Pitch catches the inside part of the zone. Strike called, 3-1.
That was the same pitch that he attacked the previous batter with.
Ball high, ball 4, and Lustina will head to first with a 2-out walk.
Keep things going. Good plate appearance by Lustina. No, like we said, he is a player more known for his defensive capabilities, so anything he can get at the plate is seen as a bonus.
Calcone now in the batter's box, takes a pitch inside, ball 1. Coney seeing his first action in the last couple of games at the designated hitter position. Works with Lustina on first. Check swing called strike, 1-1. Outside, pitch had some break to it. Coney takes it, and it's 2-1.
Let me tell you, Cole, if you hit a fly ball, it's going to be dangerous. Those flags out in center field blowing straight out.
Not quite as bad as it was yesterday, but there is still some wind. I would say a normal amount here at this ballpark. Pitch catches the zone, 2-2. Blake trying to work his way out of this inning. He's already surrendered 2 runs. Fortunate it wasn't 3. Ground ball, chopper to Blake at the mound, throw to first in time. It ends the inning, but not before Nick Lazera does some damage into left field. A 2-run homer gives the Tigers the 2-1 lead. We'll be back, top of the second, coming your way. Welcome back. The top of the second on the campus of Trinity University. Dylan Tierney leading things off. Takes a pitch, the inside part of the zone, strike called. Tierney, a .356 hitter, was pinch hit in yesterday's game. Did not make the start. Pitch low, 1-1 from Clay. Clay, who's emerged as one of the premier arms in this rotation for Trinity. Ground ball to Ramsey at short, steps and throws in time, out number 1.
We'll see Clay on the pitch. Good breaking ball, especially designed for the batter to hit over it and cause that weak contact. And then just textbook play by John Ramsey.
Now brings up the catcher, Zachary Cringdon, a .313 hitter on the air. Takes a pitch inside, ball 1. Strike called, fastball down the chute. One down in the inning, nobody on. Outside, Reed Clay working very quickly. It seems like he catches it and he throws it.
Yeah, he is working at a blistering pace right now, Cole.
Inside, that is ball 4 now. 3-1 count. I believe the scoreboard was wrong. It said 3-0. I believe the count was 2-1. That being ball 3. 3-1 pitch. Lined into center field. So Cringdon works his way to first base anyways. A 1-out single.
Yeah, good little golf swing to put it out into center. Yeah, he gets to first no matter what. And great job for when he did start walking. He got back into the box quickly.
Clay working against Mitchell Kelly, looking for his first hit of the season. Throws to first, and we know Clay can be very, very dangerous when he does that. 2 McMurray Warhawks picked off at first base in his last start. First pitch to Kelly, coming soon. Oh, they nearly got him. The Tiger dugout wanted it, but Cringdon able to dive back safely.
Cole just a bit too high on the throw over to first, and you can see.
Pitch high, 1-0. To my knowledge, there is no rule like there is in MLB. You can throw as many times as you want. And we'll see how big of a lead Cringdon decides to get. Big swing and a miss. Count now 1-1 against Kelly.
Yeah, he's not taking that big of a lead, and he also has an arm outstretched towards first base.
Strike called, 1-2.
Well, just in case Clay tries to throw over to first, then he can just dive back here. He has an arm outstretched.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. And Kelly goes down swinging. 2 down in the inning.
That was just a breaking ball attack, Cole. Kelly couldn't figure it out.
Brings up Danny Jackson, a .250 hitter on the season. Has appeared in all 4 games of this series now. Clay, a light throw to first. So probably no intent of catching Cringdon there. Maybe just wanting to clear his head. Mechanism cleared. The 0-0 catches the outside part of the zone. Strike called. Swing and a miss. Count now 0-2. Clay giving up a home run to Stockhausen in the first inning. Other than that, he's been very good. Good take by Jackson on a pitch low. Count now 1-2.
And Jackson is speedy, Cole, so a ground ball is going to cause a bit of a fire drill for this Tiger infield.
Clay, the pitch. Did he go? Yes, he went around. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jace Clay ends the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the second on Tiger Network. Trinity, the 2-1 lead in Game 4. Welcome back. Bottom of the second in San Antonio. Kai Tinker set to lead off this inning. Tinker, a 286 hitter on the year with some dazzling plays at third base in yesterday's game. Takes a pitch inside, 1-0. Facing Kelly, who came in, facing Blake, who came in with an ERA of over 20. Tinker fans at that pitch. Count now 1-1. Gave up the early 2-run homer. Could have been a 3-run homer if not for the base running mistake by Singhania at second. Cortland trying to win this series 3-1 here in San Antonio. Strike called against Tinker and Reed. What a series win it would be. The way Cortland came in, losing 3 in a row, to take 3 out of 4 against the number 7 team in the country, that would be very nice for them.
Yeah, it would be.
A 1-2 taken by Tinker.
And I think if you're Coach Brown, you'd want to leave with the win, not coming in winning 2 and then leaving on a 2-game losing streak.
The 2-2 to Tinker. Good pitch, no call. Count now full with nobody out. Let's see that again. Oh, man. We'll see if Tinker can make that one feel not good or not. And he hits it into center field. So making that not strike 3 call hurt just a little bit more. He winds up on first base.
Yeah, Cole, sometimes it's just a bit unfortunate. And Guy Tinker goes swinging at a high pitch as well. Man, it's the worst feeling as a pitcher when you throw something that you really think is a strike and then it's not. And then literally next pitch you give up a hit.
Here's Matthews now up to bat for Trinity. Made a start in this series on Friday. Drops down a bunt, and it's a good one. Fielded by Blake. The underhand throw, close, but in time. Decided to go underhand instead of throwing overhand, and it was a very close play at first.
Yeah, there's no reason it should have been that close. He underhanded it, and not with a lot of velocity either. Yeah, that was way too close for comfort.
John Ramsey now coming up to the plate. The 9-hole hitter held hitless in yesterday's game, 160 average on the season. An opportunity to raise that. And he does, into left field. Tinker will head to third. Ramsey content with a single. And runners are at the corners with only 1 down. Reed, Tinker had to go back to second, couldn't get a read on it at first.
Yeah, he thought it was going to get caught, but just over the shortstop. If he had just started running, he was definitely going to score. But, you know, sometimes you just have to play it safe a little bit.
And we'll see how Trinity elects to play this one. The lineup will flip over. The leadoff man, Callan Singhania, coming up to the plate, 1 for 1 with a base hit. Now a .333 hitter on the season. Ramsey at first, Tinker at second. The only out, a sacrifice bunt. Third. Pitch outside the Singhania. Count 1-0.
It's a dangerous part of the lineup coming up as well, Cole. You want to end the inning while you can.
Pitch high, 2-0. McDonald waiting on deck, and then that bad man, Nick Lazera, in the hole. Assuming Coach Joe Brown does not want to see him with men on. 2-0 pitch. High, they throw to first, but Ramsey dives back safely. Interesting decision to throw to first. Yeah, you have the opportunity to get Ramsey napping, but if it gets away, Tinker's coming in to score. The 3-0 pitch in danger of loading the bases. Strike called, 3-1.
It's been his go-to position for a strike on that pitch, that inside part of the zone.
3-1. Strike called. Singhania thought he was headed to first for a second, but has to walk it back count now full with 1 out.
Same attempt, a bit farther inside though.
So the 3-2. Singhania pops this up. Will there be a play? And there was, but it would have been tight. Lands short of the Cortland bullpen.
It would have been tight, and you never know. They might have sent Tinker on the awkward play, because you make that catch, you're probably running into your bullpen's fence, which wouldn't be very conducive for a throw to home.
So with the foul ball, Singhania back in the batter's box. Runners at the corners, 1 down. The 3-2 pitch. In the dirt, ball 4, and the bases are filled with Tigers.
It's a big moment for the Tigers, Cole. You know, the walk maybe not the worst outcome in the world, because as I will say time and time again, you got an out at every base now.
Now a meeting at the mound, full infield coming in, discussing what to do in this situation. Cortland obviously trying to turn the double play, and that will be the only scenario in which Nick Lazara does not come up to the plate with runners on base in this inning.
I'm guessing maybe the strategy, attack McDonald low, try to get him to ground out into a double play. Yeah, full discussion. Both coaches in this series, very crafty individuals. So we'll see how this plan works out.
Maddox McDonald coming up to the plate. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1 for 1 today with a base hit. Still only 1 down in the inning. McDonald trying to extend the Tigers' lead. They lead 2-1. Pitch way outside. Cringdon telling Blake to calm down. They're going to need him to settle in to get out of this jam.
Yeah, they really do, Cole, because this is as bad as the situation can really get for a pitcher.
Inside, 2-0. And definitely not a situation you want to fall behind in the count, not that you do in any other. But with the bases loaded, nowhere to put them if you lose them. 2-0 to McDonald. High ball 3. And it's DEFCON 5 here for Cortland. 3-0 count, bases loaded, only 1 out.
You got to imagine, throw a strike here.
We'll see if the light is red for McDonald. The 3-0. Right down the middle, strike 1. The wind blowing out into right center field as it did yesterday, just a little less. McDonald the righty, Blake the lefty. Swung on and fouled into the screen, the count 2-2. So McDonald trying to find his way on. Blake trying to come back from a 3-0 count. Swing and a miss, that's strike 3. And he needed that one.
Certainly did, Cole. It was a bit close, a little foul tip into the catcher's mitt. So McDonald, I think, went chasing a little bit. That pitch was probably ball 4.
But it brings up Nick Lazara, 1 for 1. The only runs of this game scored off his bat for Trinity. A 2-run homer in the first, a .375 hitter overall. He has been unbelievable in this 4-game series. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Cortland intentionally walking Lazara twice in yesterday's game, but nowhere to put him today. You would think if first base was open, that would be the way that Coach Joe Brown would go. The 1-0 fouled off the end of Lazara's bat, 1-1. A note that was passed along to us in the middle of this game was that against Cortland. Catcher Drew Butler in the 2016 World Series gave them a lot of problems, and now it's Nick Lazera, the Tigers catcher, giving Cortland those same problems. Pitch in the dirt, and it gets away. Tinker coming home, standing up. It's 3-1.
Man, that's just a disaster for Cortland, Cole, because not only do you have the run come in to score, but now that force out at every base, that's not even a thing anymore. You're going to have to get Lazera out at first. If Lazera hits it to the worst part of the infield.
And now you wonder if they just put him on. Doesn't look like they're going to yet. Count 1-1. 2 down, now runners on second and third. Did he go? No. And you see the replay of the wild pitch. Ball just in the dirt. Eliminates the double play. Excuse me, there were 2 outs. 3-1 in the dirt. So they don't intentionally walk him, but playing Lazera very carefully, he ends up on first.
It kind of felt like an unintentional, intentional walk of Lazera. Not wanting to really put anything in the zone that he could swing at. Just try and get him to chase and see if you can get him to strike out.
And head coach Joe Brown coming out. This should be the day for Tyler Blake. He leaves with 2 down in the second inning and the bases loaded. We'll take a break on Tiger Network. Welcome back to the campus of Trinity University here in San Antonio, Texas. A new pitcher in for Cortland with the bases loaded in a 3-1 game. Eli Stowe, the junior from Poughkeepsie, making his 4th appearance of the season. He's pitched 3 innings, an ERA of 3, but 6 walks to 2 strikeouts. He'll be tasked with facing the Tigers pinch hitter, Brandon Nelson, who comes in for Jack Henning already in the 2nd inning. Nelson with what turned out to be game-winning single against Cortland yesterday in the bottom of the 8th. Comes in with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Opportunity for Trinity to extend the lead early. Pitch way outside, ball 1.
And Cole, you can see the defensive alignment for the Red Dragons. They are playing as far back as they can.
The 1-0. Pitch inside at the feet of Nelson. Count now 2-0. Also playing Nelson about as straight up as possible. Nobody shifted one way or the other. 2-0 inside, 3-0, and we talked about the walks from Stowe. In danger of walking Nelson with the bases loaded and handing him a free RBI. We'll see if Nelson has the red light here. Pitch inside, ball 4, and it is 4-1 Trinity.
Brandon Nelson. I mean, you come up for a pinch hit. I think ideally you're thinking like, let me take this guy all the way out of the park. But, you know, sometimes a walk, that's what you're asked to do. Get on base, score a run. He gets the easy way.
And Michael Lustina will come up to the plate. Pitch high, 1-0. The 1-0 to Lustina. Just misses, close pitch. And we'll see the spot on the replay. Close, but no dice, 2-0. Way outside. 3-0. So a 4-pitch walk already to Nelson for Stowe, in danger of back-to-back to Lustina. Bases still loaded. High, ball 4. Brings in another run. 3 consecutive walks handed out by Cortland pitching, and it's 5-1 Tigers.
Oh, geez, Cole. I'm getting flashbacks to the UT Dallas Regional from a couple years ago. All these walks coming across. Tigers have scored 2 runs the easy way now.
Cal Coney now comes up to the plate. 0 for 1 today. Outside, ball 1. That is the 9th consecutive ball thrown by Stowe. Just trying to find the zone, get out of this inning. Ball again. Misses outside. And a warranted meeting, trying to settle down his pitcher. And that will be the day. Eli Stowe leaves without throwing a strike. 10 pitches, 10 balls, and another pitching change coming up for Cortland. Bases still loaded, a 2-0 count to Coney when we come back. Welcome back to sunny San Antonio, where the Tigers have a 5-run lead and are trying to add on. Pitcher in for Cortland is Warren Miller. Miller, who made a batting appearance in Game 1 of this series the first year from Plattsburgh, New York, facing Cal Coney in a 2-0 count. First pitch high, ball 3. A close pitch. It's been a tight zone so far. Coney up with the bases loaded, 3-0, called strike. And it is about time that happened for Cortland.
Yeah, seriously, Cole, there's been a lot of balls in a row.
The 3-0. Swing and a miss. Excuse me, that was 3-1. Now it's 3-2. Three-two pitch. Bases loaded. 2 down. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Trinity up 5-1 to this point. 3 consecutive walks handed out by Cortland pitching, 2 of which have resulted in automatic runs. Full count, ball 4. Another walk handed out, the 4th consecutive by Red Dragons pitching. It's 6-1 Trinity. The last 3 runs have been walked in.
Echo, I think it's been a while since I've seen a Tiger batter take a complete jog around the bases, and that's what Lazaro just did as he came in to score. He made every base off of walks.
Kai Tinker, who led off this inning, now up. High, gets away for a second, but Cringdon able to keep it near him. So this is the 10th batter of the inning. Everybody has come up to bat at least once. This is Tinker's 2nd plate appearance. Ball 2, and the command just eluding the arms coming out of this Cortland bullpen. For those of you who are just joining us, Tyler Blake started this game, and then Eli Stowe came in. Now Warren Miller trying to get the Dragons out of this inning. Not a good start to this at-bat. Behind 3-0 to Tinker. The Dragons in danger of a 5th consecutive walk between 2 different pitchers. Strike called.
Yeah, that was just a pitch. Just throw one in the zone.
Tinker hits this out into right field, and the catch is made. That will mercifully end the inning. Not before the Tigers add on 4. They lead this 6-1 in game 4 of this 4-game series. Top of the 3rd coming your way next on Tiger Network. Welcome back. The top of the 3rd inning in San Antonio. Jace Clay in for his 3rd inning of work. He'll face the 9-hole hitter Nick Marola. Marola walked in his last time up. First pitch, strike called. Excuse me, Marola has actually not come up to the plate yet. Tigers with a 6-1 lead. The 0-1 from Clay. Taken for strike 2. Marola has started in every single game for Cortland in this series. Did he go? No. Count now 1-2. But he won the SUNY Award of Valor last season. You'll see the check swing on replay. Close call. 1-2, swing and a miss from Marola. Another strikeout for Jace Clay, the first one of this inning. But Marola, winning the SUNY Award of Valor in 2024, is awarded to a player who has demonstrated perseverance and serves as an inspiration to others. And Reed, he won it in a very interesting way.
He did. He went to a drive.
Pitch high to the leadoff hitter, Lucas Granger, comes in with 1 out in this inning.
Over in Coker, he had his cheek swabbed, and he was identified as a match for a 45-year-old leukemia patient to donate bone marrow. And he did it during the season. and his playtime was limited. And I think a just heroic action from Marola. It's incredible, and he was able to play for the rest of the season after that.
Granger hits a pop fly. Lustina jogs back but gives way to Singhania, who catches it in right field, out number 2. Yeah, the award description says inspiration for others, and I think that that is an apt description of what that is. Very selfless from the shortstop of Cortland.
Yeah, in the May after donating that bone marrow, he hit 571 in the month of May.
New batter is Mark Stockhausen, 1 for 1 today. Hit a home run in the first, the only run on the board for Cortland so far as they trail 6-1. This is lined out into right field, back at the wall, and it's off the glove of Singhania, and it's out of the ballpark. The signal given by the first base umpire, it's out of the ballpark off of Singhania's glove. Stockhausen's second of the game.
Oh, unfortunate for Singhania. He hit it over the wall. That was not going to be a home run until that happened. We'll see on the replay. He goes up for it, hits it over. Yeah, what a day for Stockhausen. He came in.
This is grounded foul. Oh, I'm not so sure about that one. We have a pretty good look down that third base line. And it looked like Tinker grabbed that fair. The foul call made.
But Stockhausen coming in, maybe not with the best batting average, but he's hit 2 bombs in this game.
The designated hitter hitting second in the lineup, and for good reason today. Fouled off the bat of Schartner, makes the count 0-2.
He's hit a home run both ways.
You'll see the replay of this ball down the third base line, and that one, it looks foul. From what I saw live, it looked pretty fair to me. Pitch misses from Clay, bringing the count to 1-2. Popped up. Will there be a play? Nelson can't make the catch in foul ground. Misread it. And new life for Schartner.
That was due to the wind, Cole. I think it changed the trajectory of the ball in a way Nelson wasn't expecting.
Looked like a routine play, but then just tailed off at the end. Count 1-2. This is driven out into left field, but foul over everything.
That ball made a splash into the pool over there. That was towering.
Over the netting, protecting the pool, and landed in the water. The 1-2 high, 2-2. Trinity now with the 6-2 lead. The only 2 runs, 2 different home runs from Stockhausen. Pitch in the dirt, 3-2. Cortland trying for some 2-out magic here, and if they get anything, look back at the play. Missed and foul ground. Schartner trying to reach. Hits one in the air over the Trinity bullpen and foul. Count still 3-2.
Just trying to get out of the inning for Jace Clay at this point. Try not to lose the batter and extend it a little more.
Swing and a miss, that's strike 3. 2 strikeouts in this inning for Jace Clay. He gets out of it, but he allows the 1 run, this home run, to Mark Stockhausen off the glove of Callan Singhania. Trinity still leads by 4 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Welcome back to San Antonio. Pierce Matthews set to lead off this inning. Trinity with the 6-2 lead. Cortland getting a run in the top of the third. The Tigers will try and respond. Matthews takes a ball in the dirt. Ball one. His only a plate appearance today. A sacrifice bunt for Pierce Matthews. Trying to get his first hit of the game. Ahead 1-0. Strike called on the inside edge, 1-1. Like to give a shout out to my mom's cousin Eddie, who might be watching this game, a Cortland graduate. Pitch high, 2-1. Eddie played on the Cortland 1995 College World Series team, their first of 15. That's the format was introduced in 1991. Swing and a miss. Strike two brings the count to 2-2.
Yeah, I bet something he still holds very proud because that's a big accomplishment to make it to the College World Series.
Matthews drives this one out in the left field, but foul. Hits the netting and lands on the sidewalk out of the ballpark.
Also a part of 31 straight playoff appearances for the Red Dragons. It's the longest in Division III.
Swing and a miss, strike three. Matthews is the first out of the third. We talked about the dominance that Cortland has had a little bit in game one. And they've been one of the premier Division III programs for quite some time now. You said it, 31 straight playoff appearances, 36 SUNY championships, 15 College World Series appearances. Pitch high to the batter, John Ramsey. Ramsey 1 for 1 with a single. Comes up with one out, nobody on. Lined foul into the screen.
And they just dominated the SUNY for the past couple of decades now.
Ramsey gets a hold of that and fouls it into the screen above the Tiger dugout. Count now 2-2. Excuse me, 1-2.
They've gotten some challenges from New Paltz over the years.
Fouled off. New Paltz winning the SUNY last year, taking down Cortland, who still made it to the postseason, obviously keeping that streak alive, but got knocked out in a regional. Pitch high, 2-2 to Ramsey.
But everyone else in that conference has just not been that much of a challenge. They've swept their Oswego States, their Plattsburghs.
High and inside this time. Fastball missing. Count now full.
That's no wonder because they're good year after year after year.
That's strike three, and Ramsey disagrees. He was off to first base. And we'll see.
Be a bit inside. But sometimes when the umpire calls you out, you just gotta take it. It is what it is sometimes.
So back-to-back strikeouts for Warren Miller. Throws a strike to the leadoff man, Callan Singhania. 1 for 1 today with a base hit. Walked the last time he was up. Singhania pops it up. Right field, but it will land harmlessly into the Cortland bullpen, no play.
Those bullpens, after the renovation, have taken away more foul ball plays than I can really count at this point.
Singhania down 0-2. Swing and a miss, that's strike three. They'll throw to first to finish the job, and the first scoreless inning Cortland pitching has thrown in this one. We're a third of the way through, 6-2. Trinity has the lead. We'll head to the fourth on Tiger Network. Welcome back to San Antonio, Texas. Top of the 4th inning. Jace Clay back on the mound for the Tigers, and he'll face the cleanup hitter, Adam Michkowski. Michkowski 0 for 1 today, a .233 hitter on the year. Cortland with some work to do, but we know they can do it. Down 4, Michkowski fouls the first pitch off. 0-1. Had a 4-run inning late in yesterday's game. They were down 9-4, made it 9-8. Those were the last runs they would get. Fouled off 0-2. Actually, Cortland did tie the game at 9, eventually losing, but they have come back before, so no reason they can't do it again.
Yeah, no reason that they can't, Cole. It's a dangerous offense. The Red Dragons, I mean, I think everyone is expecting them to make the NCAA tournament this year.
Count 0-2 to Michkowski. Pitch from Clay, inside, ball 1.
Yeah, they're a program that doesn't need to rebuild. They just reload and go at it again and again and again.
This is hit in the air. Playable for Nelson in foul ground, and he makes the catch. 1 down in the inning.
And that one a bit easier for Nelson to get to. The trajectory didn't change that much. He reads it well, battling the sun as much as it is shining down right now.
Dylan Tierney up to the plate 0 for 1 today. Takes a ball low and inside, 1-0. Tierney grounded out to short in the 2nd inning. That was his first and only plate appearance. Big swing and a miss. Count 1-1. The wind picking up a little bit in a bit of an opposite direction now, starting to swirl, and Nick Lazera seems to be hurt. We'll see what happened on the replay. Yeah, that'll do it.
I think everybody on the field winced at the same time. But he seems to be ready to get back into action. It's just something that happens sometimes as a catcher, unfortunately.
We saw it last year when, I believe, UT Dallas was here. I think it was their catcher that had a similar unfortunate situation. Lazera back, ready to go. He'll fight through it. Count 1-1. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove of Lazera. So Tierney down 1-2. Jace Clay trying to hang on to this lead. Lined over the head of Ramsey at short into left field. It's a base hit for Dylan Tierney with 1 down.
It's a Cortland lineup that's kind of struggled with Jace Clay so far, but they've gotten him every time he hangs a breaking ball. They put it out into the outfield, and sometimes they put it deep. Right now they need to find a way to score a run that's not thanks to Stockhausen.
Zachary Cringdon coming up to the plate, 1 for 1 today. Takes a fastball down the chute, strike 1. Cringdon a base hit in the 2nd against Jace Clay, the Tigers starter. Works with a runner on first in Tierney. Slider misses low. Count 1-1. Pickoff attempt at first, and Tierney will take the slow walk back. In time, he's safe.
A pretty half-hearted attempt from Clay. Maybe just refocus.
They'll try again, and this time they got him. You can't fall asleep at first base. Jace Clay, he's the Sandman. He'll get you.
I call it. That was unexpected. I was a bit surprised at the throw over, and clearly Tierney was as well.
So just like that, the base runner erased. Fastball high from Clay brings the count to 2-1. I've seen that happen a few times. I talked to Dave Smith before the year even started, talking about Jace Clay. Big swing and a miss. Count 2-2. Talking about Jace Clay, he says that in over 20 years of doing this, Jace Clay is the best pitcher he has ever had at managing the run game. And you see it there. 2-2 pitch. Fouled into the screen behind Cringdon. Still 2-2.
don't know, maybe Tierney on the kind of half-hearted pick attempt thought, oh, he's not going to do it again.
Fouled off again.
But then he did it again, and he did it with lightning speed as well. Just so crafty on the mound.
2-2 for the lefty Clay. High, ball 3, gets away and rolls back to him off the backstop. Probably don't want to use that baseball again. It'll get thrown out. I mean, you know he's a lefty, so he should be a little better at managing the running game, but what he's done this season with runners on first has been pretty unbelievable. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Trington upset, slams his bat, and the inning is over. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th in San Antonio. Tigers still with a 6-2 lead. Welcome back to the Alamo City for the bottom of the 4th. Warren Miller back on the mound. And Maddox McDonald set to lead things off for the Tigers. McDonald 1 for 2 today, a .362 hitter on the air. Tries to drop down a bunt, and it leaks foul. Count 0-1. Warren Miller back out after striking out the side in order, 1-2-3. Against these Tigers in the bottom of the 3rd. He'll try and do the same thing here in the bottom of the 4th, keeping his team in this game. Trinity trying to extend this lead. Pitch high, 1-1. Even higher, 2-1. Reed, this series shaping up, you would think almost exactly as the Tigers would have envisioned it, with Trajan Lee and Jace Clay pitching the last 2 games instead of the first 2. Pitch even higher than the last 2, 3-1.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have liked game 2 to be a win. Of course, that one got out of hand.
Fouled off, 3-1.
But you're right, Cole. Oh, that Trinity rotation, they're strong.
3-2 inside, that's ball 4. So a leadoff walk worked by Maddox McDonald.
Yeah, just get another rally started, Cole. You know, didn't walk anybody last inning. Maybe Ramsey wished it was a walk, but now he has again.
Nick Lazera up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a home run. He's also walked. Works with McDonald on first. Pitch low, ball 1. But the Tigers not backloading their rotation necessarily by choice. They had to do it because of some weather. Games against TLU being moved to Monday. That's where Trajan Lee had to pitch. He had to move to the back end of the rotation because of that. giving him adequate rest in between weekends. Lazera hits this high but foul out of play. Count 1-1. But it's similar to how things worked out last year. Jackson Tier just preferred to start on Sunday, which means he got a lot of favorable matchups against the back end of rotations, and the Tigers won a lot of those games so far, trending in that direction again. This hit high in the air, foul out of play into the Cortland bullpen.
It's a very similar kind of rotation to last year, where you have your two dudes on the mound who are going to give you some good innings, and then, you know, day 3, it's kind of been, you want someone to go 5 innings and back, but still trying to reach that moment.
1-2 to Lazera. Hits it into center field, and the catch made by Granger. McDonald has to work his way all the way back to first and slides in safely in time. Close call there.
A close call. Man, McDonald was off and running, a bit of a hit and run. And when it's a fly out, you have to scramble back because clearly it didn't go to plan.
Brandon Nelson now up to the plate. Pinch hit in the second, worked a walk, and got an RBI out of it. Works with McDonald on first. First pitch away, ball 1. Mentioned it earlier, Brandon Nelson, the hero of yesterday's game, a 2 RBI single and a 9-9 bottom of the 8th, giving Trinity an 11-9 lead at the time, would be the game-winning hit as it turns out. Another pitch outside, 2-0. Nelson hits it hard, but foul down the first base line, 2-2. But Reed, going back to the pitching conversation we were having, Trinity, in a way, almost better set up than last year with the rotation that they had, as Jake Beck didn't get out of the first inning in Friday's game, but prior to that had been exceptional. None of those runs even charged to him as earned runs. Whereas last year, they were going between guys. Trajan Lee just not quite into form yet as a starter. Pitch low, count 3-1 to Nelson. Beck has really taken a hold of that third position in the starting rotation, and it seems to have worked out well for Trinity so far.
Yeah, it has, Cole, and they're just trying to get him to go a game where it's going to count as a start, 5 innings.
3-1, outside part of the zone, strike called.
When Beck starts to do that, Cole, this Trinity rotation is going to be very dangerous going forwards.
They check on McDonald at first, dives back safely. Trinity starting the year with Will Hellings in the starting rotation. Didn't go as well as they would have wanted. Hellings has been dynamic in the bullpen since he's been put back there. Checks on McDonald at first again, who once again dives back safely. But we know Dave Smith always likes to tinker with these roles throughout the year. We'll see if any changes come, but so far it's been working out very well. Countdown count. High ball 4, and Nelson will head to first.
A good hold up by Nelson. But yeah, it's an interesting thing about the rotation, Cole. It's always interesting to see how Dave Smith and Tim Scannell put out their lineups, configure their pitchers, what roles they play in each game. They are some of the smartest people I've met considering baseball.
The wind beginning to rip out in the right field again, closer to what it was yesterday. Michael Lustina comes up to the plate. Lustina has walked in both of his plate appearances. And a good start to a third consecutive, takes the ball inside. Working with McDonald on second and Nelson at first. Only one out in the inning. Hit in the air, popped up. Danny Jackson at second makes the call and makes the catch in shallow center field.
That was a tough play for Jackson. I mean, with the wind kind of gusting up now as it is, he was going back and back and back, and that's a play I've seen so many second basemen fumble out there. But no, Jackson, very good with the leather, makes the catch.
Cal Coney now up to bat. 219 hitter on the year, 0 for 1 today. He's also worked a walk. Pitch catches the inside part of the zone, a breaking ball, strike 1. Trinity trying to add on. Just misses. 1-1. Warren Miller has been effective since he's entered the game, trying to work a second consecutive scoreless inning. Strike catches the bottom of the part of the zone.
He's starting to work the breaking ball a bit better, Cole. Getting it in the zone where the Tigers aren't expecting.
Now the 1-2, 2 down in the inning. Fouled back, will do it again.
I'm starting to wonder, you know, Miller's stamina. Trying to think, I think he's around 50-something odd pitches in his appearance so far.
The 1-2. Inside, and it hits him. Coney with a free trip to first. The bases now loaded.
Yeah, worst way to lose a batter, Cole. You have him in a favorable count, and you plunk him. Now, again, bases loaded. Second time today for the Tigers.
Kai Tinker now comes up to the plate. Tinker 1 for 2, a base hit in his first time up. It's one sky high. Called at first base, and the catch made in fair territory to end the inning. So Trinity leaves them loaded. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Tigers with the 6-2 lead in San Antonio. Welcome back to the top of the 5th here in San Antonio. Jace Clay back on the mound. Tigers with the 6-2 lead. First pitch, a ball to the first baseman, Mitchell Kelly. Kelly 0 for 1 today. Looking for his first hit of the season. Drives that over the Bell Center in foul ground.
Now watch out over there. That cleared the Bell Center. You can line that one up. That would have been out.
Big swing again. Fouled off, much closer to home that time. Count 1-2. Clay has been good so far. Only 2 runs allowed through 4 innings pitched. In his 5th inning, misses high. Inside ball 3, 3-2.
I think this is a proper approach to Jace Clay. Stay a bit patient, make him throw you something.
Pitch just misses. And a leadoff walk handed out to Kelly.
Yeah, it was a close pitch, Cole, but ultimately Clay will have to work with a man on first. Not like he's too phased by that usually.
First pitch to Janny Jackson, catches the zone. Strike one.
Gotta watch out. Jackson could potentially drop down a drag bunt at any time.
Didn't square up to bunt there. Instead, takes a ball, 1-1. Fouled off the end of the bat, 1-2. We were told by our executive producer that it looked like Jace Clay had a bloody nose almost. May have been what he went to the dugout to get checked when he was doing warm-ups before the game. Throws to first. Nelson makes the catch as he leaps into the air to do it.
Yeah, but Kelly is basically doesn't have any lead off right now.
Outside. Ball 2, 2-2. Swing and a miss, that's strike 3. First strikeout of the inning for Jace Clay, 1 down.
The pitch from Clay, just blew it by him, really. Jackson was, I think, expecting off speed. He didn't get off speed, that's for sure.
Nick Marola, the 9-hole hitter, the shortstop up to bat. Marola 0 for 1. Hitting .212 on the year. Now down 0-1 after the strike from Clay. That last strikeout, the 7th of the game for Jace Clay. Pitch misses low. I have on my score sheet that he's only walked 1 as well. So 7 strikeouts, only 1 walk on the day for Jace Clay. The 1-1 misses inside with a slider. Count now 2-1. A half-hearted throw to first.
I don't think Kelly is interested at all at getting caught. I don't know if I've ever seen a shorter leadoff.
Lined into left, but it's a foul ball. Didn't miss by much, but on the wrong side of the foul line in left field.
Yeah, that was close, Cole. Could have been dangerous, but just foul.
And waiting for the ball to get out of play. It has been retrieved. And we are good to go with a 2-2 count. 1 down in the inning to Marola. Chopper to third. Tinker with the dive. Throw to second, and they get the lead runner. What a play by Kai Tinker.
That's a web gem, Cole. I thought that ball was going to squeak through, but no, Kai Tinker, he lays out and snags it just before it does. And he gets the lead runner out to boot.
Clay will throw to first. Trying to get Marola as the lineup has now flipped over. Lucas Granger up to bat. Throw to first again. That one a little more oomph behind it. Marola taking a larger lead. Pitch fouled off by Granger, 0-1.
That's a quick pitch.
He's been working fast today. It's been a lot of catch and throw, though it's slowed down lately. Grounded, Tinker throws to second, or excuse me, first, and they get the out there. So Clay allows a base runner, but gets out of the inning unscathed. He's through 5. He's only allowed 2. Bottom of the 5th coming up in San Antonio, 6-2. Tigers with the lead. We're back for the bottom of the fifth, halfway through this one in San Antonio. Pierce Matthews leads things off 0 for 1 today. Still facing Warren Miller for Cortland. Takes a slider inside, strike one. Thought about it, but holds up. Count 1-1. Fastball down the middle, strike 2. Reed, it was slow going for the offense for Trinity in the middle of the week, but once the weekend came, it seemed to get going. Pitch outside, 2-2, 6 runs today, all of them scored in the first 2 innings. Very similar to yesterday, where they scored 7 runs in the first 2.
Yeah, they've really gotten out to a jump start again.
Chopper to Tierney at third, the spin, and the throw is offline. Pulled Kelly off the bag, and it go down as you would assume an error on Tierney. Either way, Matthews at first.
Yeah, Tierney, when he got the ball in his glove, it was kind of an ice cream cone. A bit harder to transition to your hand, and the throw was just offline. It's the toughest throw in the infield across the diamond, and that's why.
Have actually scored that a hit. So Matthews, first hit of the game. It's him at first. We'll see if that score gets updated at any point. Ramsey drops down a bunt, and wisely Tierney will let it go foul. He'll have to do it again. So a good headsy play by Tierney, understanding that that was trending towards going foul. Gonna be hard to catch John Ramsey at that rate. So he'll step back into the batter's box. 0-1. Tries to square up and bunt again, pulls it back.
They're really trying to play some small ball here, Cole. And yeah, you're right. Completely correct decision to let it go foul. Ramsey's almost beaten out a couple of infield grounders this series.
Pickoff attempt, no chance of getting Matthews there. Takes 2 steps and works his way back to first. Cortland ready for the bunt. Tierney all the way in on the infield grass. Pulls back the bunt this time, takes a strike. Now with 2 strike count, so bunting probably out of the question. Matthews waiting on first. Ramsey in the 1-2 count. Ground ball to second. Jackson will throw to second. They get the lead out. Ramsey safe at first on the fielder's choice, 2 down.
Yeah, so ultimately a wash, an outcome, Cole. Go to second. I think that's the right decision. I think Pierce Matthews, quicker runner than John Ramsey.
Excuse me, only 1 out, and the pinch hitter, Caleb Woodward, coming up to bat for Callan Singhania. Gust of wind coming into our left, going out to right field. Pitch gets away, and Ramsey will take second base with ease. So Ramsey at second with 1 down. Caleb Woodward, the pinch hitter for Singhania. Woodward, who started in yesterday's game, had an RBI single of his own in the 8th inning. Put the game to rest, making the Tigers lead 13-9 at the time. The 1-0. Called strike on the outside edge, 1-1.
You've always got to be careful with Woodward. He's got pop in the bat. He can easily send one to the wall or beyond the wall.
1 down in the inning, 1 ball, 1 strike. Trinity up 4. Strike called on the outside edge. Count 1-2. Wind now blowing directly out to center field. Way outside.
Cole, I think the biggest difference, we want to know the difference in the wind. Last game, every outfielder was playing basically at the warning track. This time, not so. More normal positioning.
2-2 count. Looped into center, it'll fall. Ramsey hustling round third. He gets the green light coming home. The throw not in time. An RBI single for Caleb Woodward, 7-2 Tigers.
That's what the Tigers need, Cole. Put another run on the board. A 5-run game and a 4-run game makes a big difference. Finally tack a run against the pitcher. That's what Caleb Woodward usually does.
So Maddox McDonald will come up to the plate. McDonald 1 of 2 today. He's singled, struck out, and walked. First pitch to McDonald. Fouled off the end of the bat. It's the final game of a 4-game set between Trinity and Cortland. Tigers trying to salvage the split. Foul ball. 0-2. Trinity will continue its schedule on Tuesday against Mary Hardin Baylor, and then Wednesday here against Hardin Simmons. We'll have both of those games for you on the Tiger Network. The 0-2, McDonald softly hits it out to short. They get the lead runner, but McDonald safe at first. A little bit of a bobble out there for Marola, but able to get Woodward at second with the force.
And Woody might have been safe, but he hesitated a little bit. I don't know if the letting it hit the ground was intentional or not, but it did either way. Woody thought it was going to get caught to get Woody out at second.
Now Nick Lazera will come up to the plate. 1 for 2 today. Hitting .368 on the year. Got the party started for Trinity with a 2-run homer in the bottom of the first. High ball 1. And you see the replay of Lazera's 1 hit on the day, his 2nd home run of the series. And his 3rd on the year. Bit of a conversation between the pitcher Miller and the home plate umpire. Ball in the dirt. Tigers trying to extend the inning. That's already seen 1 run. The first one given up by Miller today. 7-2, they have the lead. McDonald goes, throw bobbled, and it will not be in time. Bit of a double clutch from Cringdon behind the dish, and it cost him an opportunity to nab McDonald.
And now Tigers getting a runner in scoring position. You're completely right, Cole. That little mess up on the transition, that's what caused that.
So an opportunity with a runner in scoring position for Lazera. Ahead 2-1. Lazera drives this into left field, and the catch is made to end the inning. But Trinity gets a run. Caleb Woodward coming through in his pinch hit appearance. RBI single makes it 7-2 Trinity. We head to the top of the 6th on Tiger Network. We're back in San Antonio for the top of the 6th. Jace Clay back on the mound. He'll face the number 2 hitter, Mark Stockhausen, who's had quite the day at the plate. Takes a strike, but Stockhausen accounting for both Cortland runs on the game. 2 solo homers. That's all the offense Cortland has had today. Did he go? No. Close on the check swing. It'll be 1-1. Chopper to third. Tinker makes the throw across the diamond in time. 1 down.
It's got to feel good if you're Jace Clay. Finally get the guy out. He was taking you deep twice already. Relatively quiet at bat for Stockhausen this time around.
Well, in all fairness to Jace Clay, that second home run off the glove of Callan Singhania still hit a long way and very hard. Luke Schartner up to the plate. Takes strike 1. Schartner 0 for 2, struck out the last time he was up. Chopper to Nelson. Clay covers and makes the run to the bag for out number 2.
Another good defensive play for the Tigers. Nelson has to go and field it, and Clay over there in time to get the out at first. That's what you expect out of your pitcher. Hustle to first base.
So the 3-1 put out. Adam Michkowski coming up to the plate, 0 for 2. Flown out both times he's been up. Takes a breaking ball low. Count 1-0. There is some light action in the Trinity bullpen, so we'll see how long Jace Clay will go. Strike called.
Pretty sure Jace Clay's pitch count nearing the 90s at this point. He's been in for a while.
Pitch misses outside, 2-1. Tigers have already used a lot of their premier bullpen arms. Big swing and a miss from Michkowski. Evens the count at 2-2. Will Hellings getting the win in yesterday's game. And Brandon Morio pitching several innings relief on Thursday. Breaking ball low, 3-2. Clay trying to go 6 strong innings, only allowing 2 runs to this point. Works quickly again. Ground ball fair down the third base line past the dive of Tinker. It goes all the way to the corner. Michkowski hustling for second, and he's content to stay there. A 2-out double for Cortland.
A bit of an unfortunate play for the Tigers there. That's the ground ball contact you want out of a pitch like that, but unfortunately just couldn't get it. Guy Tinker gave it his best effort, but it hugged the line all the way down. And when it goes to that corner, it's pretty much always a double.
That was as close to being foul as you can possibly be without being foul. Dylan Tierney comes up to the plate. A base hit in his last time up, got picked off at first. Strike on the inside edge. Count 0-1. Runner on second is Michkowski. He just got a 2-out double. Cortland trying to make this a 4-run game. Clay will look the runner back to second. Nobody there covering, so good thing he didn't throw it. Grounded sharply and foul to the Cortland dugout. Clay has him 0-2.
Oh, look out if you're in the Cortland dugout. Thankfully, that went off the netting.
Time called, and we'll have a quick meeting. One of those halfway meetings between Lazera and Clay. They'll put their arms around each other as they discuss how to end this inning. There has been action in the Trinity bullpen for a little bit. It looks like they have somebody ready to go. So you would assume this will be Clay's last batter. Lazera will head back behind the dish, and we're ready to go.
Either last batter or they'll trot him out in the top of the 7th until he lets somebody get on.
The 0-2 from Clay. Runner on second. 2 down. High, ball 1.
Maybe Lazera is inspirational messages. Not quite as inspiring as pitching coach Dave Smith.
Yeah, didn't get the result there. Not that first pitch strike after the meeting. Fouled back, and we'll do the 1-2 again. Trinity out hitting Cortland 7-5, but they've had more runs to show for it. Up 7-2 in this one. 2 down, the 1-2 pitch. Grounded to Lustina, makes the throw, and the inning is over. 6 strong innings from Jace Clay, who exits the mound having only surrendered 2 in his outing. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Trinity with a commanding 5-run lead here on Sunday Baseball. Welcome back to the Alamo City. We're here. Welcome back to the Alamo City. We're here for the bottom of the 6th. Brandon Nelson set to lead off the inning against Warren Miller, who's out there for his 4th inning of work. Nelson, a .367 hitter on the season. Worked a walk the last time he was up. Hits this one high and foul out of play. Towards the seats, nearly a souvenir for somebody. They can still get it if they want it. And somebody will make the half-hearted walk over to get that baseball. Very different atmosphere in that way from the major leagues. The 0-1 outside, 1-1.
No, that's returned to the Tigers, that ball. Handed off to Lustina.
They don't even get it. Fouled off, count 1-2.
No, we don't. You have the usual squad of, there were a lot of kids yesterday. Every time a foul ball got hit out, there would be about 7 or 8 kids running after the foul balls. Don't have that luxury today.
Nelson finds himself behind in the count. 1-2. Outside. Nelson hits it sky high. This looks like it's playable. Tierney runs over and makes the catch in foul ground. A nice catch at that for out number 1.
Those are the toughest catches to make, Cole. High in the sky where the sun is, and also the wind's a factor. A great job by Tierney to stay focused and make the grab.
We'll have a meeting, and you would think this would be a pitching change based on the pitch count that Miller has accumulated. Some fist bumps in the huddle, and a new pitcher coming out for Cortland. Trinity with the 7-2 lead in this one. Welcome back to San Antonio, Texas. A new pitcher on the mound, and it's a familiar face, Tayon Elkins, who has played a little second base in this series. He'll be in to pitch. He's made a couple of appearances before this 2-inning pitch. No earned runs allowed. He faces Michael Lustina, who's 0 for 1 today.
Thielen has been effective at the dish for the Red Dragons. Looking to do the same thing on the mound.
Pitch misses up. Quickly behind 2-0 on Lustina as we are on watch for his third walk of the day. This is fourth at bat. Now ahead 3-0. Lustina going for the pedestrian, not going to get it there. Strike called. For those of you who are just joining us, your first Tiger Network broadcast, my partner Reed Rosales is infatuated with multiple walks, particularly 3. Dropped by Crington, but still called a strike down the middle. 3-2. It's getting interesting.
It is, Cole. I just thought that, we have names for strikeouts of multiple types. Why not have it for walks?
3-2. Hit in the air and into foul territory, into the bullpen. Not playable. So still a chance for Lustina to earn his third walk of the day.
Folks, that's called a pedestrian.
How does it go? Pedestrian, jaywalker, crossing guard?
Yeah, exactly.
3-2, chopped to third. Tierney steps and throws across the diamond in time. Out number 1. So not yet, Reed. We'll see if he comes up again later.
It's a heartbreaker, Cole. It's always a heartbreaker. But a good throw across the diamond. That was tough. Lustina's pretty quick as well. Made that play at first a bit close, but second out either way.
Out number 2 recorded there. I believe I said out number 1, excuse me. Cal Coney comes up to the plate. Strike called on the outside edge. Coney has reached twice, a walk and a hit by pitch. He's also grounded out to the pitcher. Pitch misses up, 1-1. Big swing and a miss. Count 1-2. Tayon Elkins did not allow a base runner in his last appearance, trying to do the same in this inning. Hit in the air, but foul onto the roof of the Bell Center. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now it dribbles, not a record breaker. The 1-2. Big swing and a miss from Coney. First strikeout of the day for Tayon Elkins, and it's a 1-2-3, bottom of the 6th. We'll head to the top of the 7th in San Antonio. Tigers with the 7-2 lead. Welcome back. The top of the 7th inning. 7-2. Trinity has the lead. Jack McFerrin up, making his first appearance of the series, facing the Trinity starter Jace Clay. Fires strike 1 at the top of the zone. Clay working quickly again. Did he go? No. Close.
Yeah, the Red Dragons have been very good at checking their swings. They've appealed a couple of times, the Tigers, and they haven't gotten any of them.
1-1, finds the zone, strike 2. One-two pitch, chopped to third. Tinker makes the throw, scooped by Nelson in time. So a nice defensive play for Trinity.
Yeah, very, very nice. Great grab by Tinker, but a better scoop by Nelson as it came in at a bit of an odd angle off the throw. Again, toughest throw in the infield, and the Tigers have done it multiple times now.
Mitchell Kelly now up, 0 for 1 today. Takes a strike. Some deliberation as whether Jace Clay would actually come out for the 7th inning. Here he is doing well so far. Pitch high, 1-1. There have been arms warming up for the Tigers for the last couple of innings. Letting Clay ride this out. This is driven to left field. And the catch is made by Matthews, a quick out, number 2.
Jace has just been working quick in the 7th inning. You know, if he can put up an extra inning, that's pretty big for the Tigers. Puts less stress on the relief pitching that comes out.
Danny Jackson comes up to the plate, 0 for 2. Pitch misses low, 1-0. This is driven into right, and it falls. Just at the feet of McDonald, the first base runner allowed by Jace Clay in this inning.
Yeah, you can maybe hear Coach Scannell giving adjustments to the outfield before Jackson swung the bat. Fortunately for them, the defensive adjustments don't quite work out.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter, Nick Marola's spot in the order. He will take a seat. Dan Collins now up, who is another two-way player for Cortland. We've seen him pitch in this series. He will come up to bat. Working with 2 down and a runner on first in Danny Jackson. And now we'll have a discussion with Lazara, Dave Smith staying in the dugout, so not the end of Clay's day yet.
We'll see if it's to buy time or just to talk about, you know, Collins and Stockhausen, kind of similar builds, maybe looking for similar results. Stockhausen's really been the only super effective batter against Jace Clay so far.
Two down, the pitch. Misses low, 1-0. Danny Jackson waiting on first base. We'll see how long he waits there. Pitch in the zone, a fastball, 1-1. Interesting watching Jackson over there at first. His first step was in instead of out, showing you how much respect he has for Clay. Finds the zone again, strike 2.
No fear from Jace Clay, Cole. They are attacking Collins.
In the dirt, tried to get Collins to chase. Able to hold up, 2-2.
And you're right, Danny Jackson, he is stepping in on the throw. He do not want to lose that base runner, this opportunity.
Ground ball, chopper to second. Lustina will just head to second himself. And a bit of an unorthodox end to the inning. Jace Clay has worked 7 strong innings, only 2 runs allowed. We head to the bottom of the frame in San Antonio. Tigers with a 5-run lead. Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th. Kai Tinker leading off this inning. Tinker 1 for 3 today. Singled in his first at-bat, has flown out in his last 2. First pitch from Talon Elkins, in for a strike. Tinker lifts one into left center. It falls. So the second hit of the day for the third baseman, the graduate student.
A bit of a dinker from Tinker. Get on first base. That's a good start against Elkins.
The wind blowing in kind of an opposite direction now, coming in from left. I'm sure that will change imminently. As a pinch hitter comes up to the plate, Max Milligan. Milligan, a .243 hitter on the year, comes in for Pierce Matthews. Drops down a bunt in the air for a second. The bare hand throw, and they get the lead runner. So ends up being a wash for the Tigers. Milligan replaces Tinker at first.
It hasn't been very often this season that we've seen a poor bunt from a Tiger bat, but that was it right there. Nearly had a chance to catch it before it hit the ground. Instead, it's going to end up as a wash.
Now John Ramsey up to the plate with one down. Ramsey 1 for 3 today. Big swing and a miss at a breaking ball from Talon Elkins. They check on Milligan at first, dives back safely.
Millie's got some speed. Of course, playing the outfield, you need speed.
Big swing and a miss again, another breaking ball. So quickly 0-2 on John Ramsey. The leadoff single from Kai Tinker. Milligan replacing him at first. One down in the inning. This time Ramsey sees the breaking ball and takes it, 1-2. Another breaking ball.
They're trying to get Ramsey to chase. He's not biting just yet. Of course, Ramsey, that 9-hole spot. They love him for his defensive capabilities, Cole, but they love it even more when they get a bonus hit out of him.
The 2-2 popped up onto the roof of the Bell Center. 1, 2, 3, not even close. And time called, the meeting with John Ramsey, third base coach Joey Deering, and head coach Tim Scannell. Max Milligan coming to join the club. About how to execute this 2-2 situation. Trinity in the bottom of the 7th inning, up 7-2. Very similar to that Wisconsin Whitewater series over a year ago, where they dropped the first 2 in blowout fashion, trying to come back and win the next 2 like they did in that set.
Yeah, and they won game 3 in that Whitewater series in dramatic fashion as well. That was a close game all the way through. Trying to keep game 4 the same way, where it was kind of not really a competition.
2-2 pitch to Ramsey. Rounds one foul past the third base bag. Joey Deering wanted it to be fair, but not the case. Ramsey will have to go back.
Yeah, that would have been a perfect hit if it stayed fair, and it would have been a bit dangerous. But either way, Ramsey's got to go back and try it again.
2-2. Gets away. Milligan sprints to second. Rounded it for a second, but no room for him to get to third.
It's a different situation now, Cole. Runner in scoring position. You've got the ability to get yourself on base with a walk.
And head coach Joe Brown will come out for a meeting. We'll see if this is a chat or a change. Entire infield coming in. Well, everybody loves Ricky. So a 3-2 count still to Ramsey. So the second meeting during this at-bat, one from each side. Reed, what are they talking about?
Well, I think they're just talking about, you have one out on the board. Try not to walk Ramsey. You don't want to flip it up back to the top of the order, which has been dangerous today for the Tigers. I think they're thinking of a way to prevent Milligan from heading over to third. Maybe a defensive alignment change.
So Taylon Elkins finds himself in a 3-2 count. Milligan at second. Big swing and a miss from Ramsey. 2 down in the inning.
And now 2 outs on the board, Cole. Much more favorable for Elkins moving forward. But top of the lineup, Cole, it has been dangerous today. We'll look for it to be still dangerous.
Caleb Woodward coming up to the plate, 1 for 1 today. Has an RBI single, nearly a 300 hitter on the year. Takes a strike from Elkins. Woodward working with Milligan on second, 2 down. Trinity trying to extend this lead. Cortland only 6 outs to work with, but they are capable of coming back from 5 with 2 innings to spare. Golfs that foul out of play into the road behind the ballpark.
Yeah, I think the Red Dragons realize that anything in the outfield is going to score Milligan. Really just going to have a bit too much speed for a throw to home to catch him, likely.
Strong gust of wind blowing out to right field. Big swing and a miss from Woodward. That will end the inning. So Taylon Elkins works a scoreless frame. We'll head to the top of the 8th at 1 Trinity Place in San Antonio, Texas. 7-2, Tigers with the lead. Top of the 8th here in San Antonio. The wind has returned, and it is getting worse as this game goes along. Probably our strongest gust right there. Jace Clay back on the mound for the Tigers, facing Lucas Granger. Fire strike 1. Clay had 112 pitches coming into this inning, and the Tigers still rolling with them. It feels like Jack Breezy's been warming up for the last 3 innings. This is driven out into left field, hooking foul, and it is off the wall. Count now 0-1.
Yeah, if it stayed fair, probably just a ball off the wall. But, you know, for Granger, you get another opportunity. For Clay, you got him down 0-2. Working quick once again.
Count 0-2. Clay trying to retire the leadoff hitter. Pitch misses high. 1-2. outside. Lazera had to stretch out to get that one. Count now even at 2 apiece.
And they're trying to get Granger to chase.
Swing and a miss, that's strike 3.
Oh man, Cole, I think they're getting more mileage out of Clay than they really expected to. But I think that is going to be an emphatic way to end off his day.
Dave Smith coming out, and that will be the day for Jace Clay. Works 7.1 innings and only allows 2. What a day for the lefty, as we'll take a break on Tiger Network. A pitching change in San Antonio. Welcome back, top of the 8th inning here in San Antonio. Pitching change on the campus of Trinity University. New arm for the Tigers is Jack Breezy. Comes in with a 2-0 record over 13 innings pitched. 13 strikeouts, 6 walks, ERA just a bit over 4. First pitch, ball 1. Facing Mark Stockhausen. 2 for 3, 2 home runs on the day. The only 2 runs Cortland has scored. Probably strategic from Dave Smith. Grounded to third. Tinker. Throw across the diamond is in time. 2 away.
That's another good play by Kai Tinker and a great throw across the diamond again, Cole. He's had to do that about half a dozen times today. And he's been very accurate for pretty much all of them.
Luke Shartner coming up with 2 down, nobody on against Breezy. Pitch low, 1-0. Shartner looking for his first hit of the game. 0 for 3 today. Big swing and a miss. 1-1. Swing and a miss again, a slider. Breezy trying to close out this inning. Count 1-2. Swing and a miss, that's strike 3. It's easy being Breezy. He gets out of this inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers with the 7-2 lead. back to San Antonio, Texas. Tigers with the 7-2 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Maddox McDonald will lead things off, 1 for 3. Takes a strike on a slider. Still windy here on the campus of Trinity University. Fastball down the chute, strike 2. Wind has been pretty consistent. It wasn't for about 30 minutes before we went on air, but then it decided to show up just in time for this game. This is hit into the air in the right field. An amazing catch made at the warning track.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know Odell Beckham played baseball.
Yeah, that was a highlight reel catch from Michkowski out in right field. He came in at first, but the wind started carrying McDonald's ball, so he was forced to go back, and acrobatics all around from Michkowski.
Nick Lazera now up with 1 out, takes ball 1. Michkowski, usually a DH, and you kind of wonder why he's not playing the field after that. 1-0, misses 2-0 to Lazera. Lazera 1 for 3 today with the home run. He's also walked. Swing and a miss. Count now 2-1. Chopper to Kelly at first, flips to Elkins, and that's out number 2.
And this is what Elkins is hoping to do. Just get out of this inning as fast as possible, get your guys back up to the plate, and keep it within a comebackable range. 5 runs in Division III baseball, that is definitely comeback range.
Brandon Nelson, the next batter for Trinity. Ball high, 1-0. Nelson came in as a pinch hitter, has walked twice. 0 for 1 on the day. Nelson hits a fly ball to left, and Shartner makes the catch that ends the inning. So the Tigers go down 1-2-3. We're headed to the 9th. Cortland down to their final outs, down 5 when we come back. Welcome back. We're here for the top of the 9th. Cortland down to their final 3 outs. Trinity trying to earn a split in this series. Jack Breezy back on the mound for the Tigers. A pinch hitter in for Cortland. It's J.J. DeLauder. Pitch outside, 1-0 from Breezy. DeLauder comes in for Adam Michkowski, who made that incredible catch in right field. Swing and a miss. Count now 1-1 after it was fouled off the bat of DeLauder. DeLauder's made several appearances in this series as he lines one into right field, and the catch is made. So well hit off the bat, but right at Maddox McDonald, one down.
Oh, Cole, that was dangerous. Good job by Maddox McDonald to react quickly when the ball came off the bat. If he didn't react that way, that was probably getting down. That would have been a bit scary for the Tigers.
So it'll go down as an L9 for DeLauder. First pitch to Dylan Tierney is high for ball one. Breezy trying to close out this game for Trinity, up 7-2. Another strong contact off the bat of a Cortland Red Dragon. This one ends in the Tiger bullpen foul.
Yeah, fielded by Missard out there. Made the play.
Good pitch, breaking ball bends back into the zone, strike two. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, that's strike three. Second strikeout of the game for Jack Breezy, and the Tigers are one out away.
Yeah, great breaking ball. That was the perfect pitch to throw, Cole. Now, when you're up to your final bat, it is a tall task. Down 5 runs, 2 outs on the board.
It'll be a pinch hitter, Nolan Smith, who was getting the day off, had started all the 3 other games in this series at first base. First pitch from Breezy. Low, ball 1. Trinity trying to earn back-to-back victories over Cortland. Ground ball. Lustina fields at second. Throw to first is in time, and the Tigers win. They split the series against Cortland 2-2 after dropping the first 2.
Split the series, Cole. Even after the first 2 games didn't really go the way that the Tigers wanted, you come away with the split against a very, very good Cortland team. A team that you may potentially see in the College World Series once again. No shame in splitting against a ranked opponent, especially one as good as the Red Dragons. Great job. I think this is all thanks to Jace Clay putting up a great performance on the mound. That's a performance that the Tigers are looking out of their arms.
Jace Clay, an unbelievable performance today. He gets the win as he works 7.1 innings. Cortland will be in Southwestern tomorrow as they finish out their Texas trip during spring break. And then back home for them later next weekend. The Tigers will have some midweek games here against UMHB and Hardin-Simmons before they head out to Ozarks to continue conference play next weekend. Well, we hope you enjoyed this one here in San Antonio. The Tigers win 7-2. They split the series against Cortland, a battle of 2 top 25 teams, and we think it would stay that way in the next rankings. To everybody here in San Antonio, working in the control room and on camera, and for my partner Reed Rosales, I'm Cole Isaacson saying so long from the Alamo City. Stay safe.